depression. You OPN. We should be closer to friends. If you OPN, engaging is on my agenda.
Hey loves, welcome to a new video. My name is Itumeleng Dipoko, and if you are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. Please do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know every time I post a new video. And welcome to the Fly Squad. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate it, and I love you all so much. Let me get into the video. As you can see by the title of the video, I will be doing an aviation related kind of video today, and I'm wearing my uniform, proudly representing Lancera Flight Center in Midrand. So today in the video I will be doing an assumptions tag, something more of like also a Q&A. I posted on Instagram, I think 2 or 3 days ago, what questions people would have, or what questions people always had for a pilot, a student pilot, because I'm still a student pilot. What questions they had, and I'm going to do my best to answer them fully. But please note that I am not fully aware of everything around the piloting career as a whole, or the aviation sector as a whole. So I will answer to the best of my knowledge, and if I don't know the answer, I will do my research and speak to a few people that I know, and then I'll get back to you on that one. Right? Yay! Yeah, and also guys, at the end of the video, please do let me know what assumptions you had for pilots that you know or have seen or have come across. You know, just let me know what you thought of them or of their career, or them in that career that they're in the comment section, and let's have a laugh, let's have a jowl. And yeah man, I will get into, I think I will do the questions first. I'll answer the questions first, and then I'll do the assumptions tag. I wrote them down because I am using my phone to shoot, and I can't really obviously do 2 things at once on the same device. So I wrote them down, and yeah, I'll just read them to you, and then I'll try to answer to my best of my ability. So the first question what a way to start this. The first question was from Balesa_99. She asked me something so like not aviation related, something so out of it. But anyway, who is your boyfriend? Babes, so some questions I just don't answer, you know. We are in class, we must act as professional as we can. Understand? But no, I don't discuss my relationship or personal relationship life in the public sector for now. But no, for now I'll just say no, I don't have a boyfriend. I don't do boyfriends. Just to answer you though, I don't do boyfriends. And the next question was from R_Gundo. I think she gave me 2 questions. The first question was what are the tips you can give to a young person who is thinking of becoming a pilot? One thing I can tell you is that be prepared to work extra hard. Be prepared to not do everything right, and it's okay. But just know that you have to learn from your mistakes all the time. You know, be prepared to make mistakes, and also be prepared to learn from them. Be prepared to understand your wrongdoings and take full responsibilities of the areas that you're wrong in, so that you can improve and do better for next time. And also, don't give up. I know in most cases in the aviation sector, the one thing that holds people back is finances, and I understand. The aviation, being a pilot is very expensive, and there is hardly any bursaries, and you know, so just don't give up, don't stop. You can do this. You know, being a pilot is the most amazing career you can do. I mean, there's a lot of amazing careers, but obviously I'm gonna vouch for being a pilot. So don't give up, focus on what you're doing. You will make mistakes, learn from them. That's it. And then there's a question from Amani Mahlangu. What was the hardest part about doing what you do? So far, the hardest part about doing what I'm doing was getting to adapt to the lifestyle change. You know, as a pilot, when you're doing your not hour building, when you're still doing your general flying area and learning the tips and tricks of an aircraft and how to maneuver the aircraft and things like that. It becomes a bit challenging because sometimes there's so much that you have to remember and that it becomes so overwhelming when you have to do it. You know what I'm saying? It becomes so like, yo, what's next? Okay, I did that. What happens next? So you have to constantly be thinking about what you're doing. So that was a bit difficult for me. But now that I've identified what I've struggled with, I'm learning to improve those sections in my life, you know, in my career, in my studies, if I can put it that way. Our underscore Gundo, another question said, can you become a pilot if you have a phobia of heights? 100% don't recommend that, honey. Like, I don't have a phobia of heights, but wow. The first few flights were a lot, especially when you're descending. Ooh, you are gonna fall out of heaven or out of the sky, and you know, and it's just not gonna end well. So if you have a phobia of heights, I 100% do not recommend that you take a career in piloting. There are other sections in the aviation sector that you can look at, but not a pilot. Don't. Mm-mm. And then Alex Trebo underscore Zwite, I hope I said your name right, said, can you write PPL theory exams without being registered with a flight school? I've never heard of anybody do this, but you can write your exams with CAA. You can go to CAA and write your exams, but I don't know if you can do that without being registered with a flight school. So I don't want to lie to you, I'm really not sure, but we can look into it and I will let you know once I have the information. But no, I don't know why you'd want to do that, but maybe you have your own reasons why you want to do that. But then I'd say write your exams as you fly, because some of the things that you're writing in the exams are some of the things you're supposed to apply when you're flying, and you don't want to be forgetting them by the time you get to that exercise that you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And then Amuchipape said, what's easier, flying an airplane or driving a car? Honey, flying an airplane isn't pap and face. I thought it was at first, but show me it's not. It's not at all. It's so much easier driving a car, trust me. Even if it's a manual, it's so much easier driving a manual car. You know what I'm saying? And then Palesara Fela, if I don't say it right, please forgive me, guys. What made you want to be a pilot? At first, I actually wanted to be an architect. Like, I was like, yeah, no, architect, civil engineering, kiddie vibes, it's you know, that is where I roll. And then, as time went on, I changed my mind. I think I was grade 8. I realigned with who I was. I don't know if it makes sense, you know. I actually discovered more of who I am when I was in high school and I was in primary school. And then that is when I went back to my first love, which was aviation. You know, I'd see airplanes flying over Konklung at my grand's house in Tembisa. And I'd be like, what's happening? Like, how does it move in the air? And then eventually I found out there's pilots that are operating that big machine that is flying over us and whatnot. And then, yeah, I was like, that's what I want to do. That is exactly where I am going. That is exactly where I'm headed. So it wasn't something that I've always thought about as from a young age, but the older I got, the more I wanted to do what I'm doing right now. Homo underscore Divanian, what inspired you? Okay, like I answered Balasa's questions, it's the same, but to elaborate, what inspired me more was seeing people making it in certain careers that they're in, career paths that they're in. So what inspired me the most was wanting to finish. I don't know if it makes sense. You know, what inspires me the most is wanting to reach the end of where I am going. So yeah, I think just wanting to finish what I'm doing and be happy with it and being content with it, you know, wanting to reach the finish line is what inspired me the most with what I am doing right now. And then K underscore Maite said, do you need to have really good eyesight to become a pilot? You need to be able to see until a certain distance, because when you do your medical examination before you start with your training, they check your eyesight. So obviously there's glasses that you can wear and contact lenses that you can wear. You need to be able to see with your glasses also. You can see at a certain distance than obviously that is set for you. You need to be able to see at a certain, I don't know how to explain it, but then you need to be able to adjust to the different distances and stuff. So you don't necessarily need to have a good eyesight. If you don't and you wear glasses and it makes it better, then yes, you just need to be able to how can I put it, run away. You need to be able to reach the medical examination standards. Yeah, with glasses or without glasses, if you don't wear glasses. And then with the world becoming more, this was somebody that sent it to me on WhatsApp, I just don't know who it was. They sent it to me through somebody else. With our world becoming more and more automated by the day and the rapid growth of technology, do you think aircrafts will ever be fully automated, no pilots on board? I don't know. But I doubt. You know why? It's because I'd say no, but I'd say yes also. Like, technology is evolving, you're right. But I only think we'd have passengers that want to get onto an aircraft that doesn't have a person inside of it. You know what I'm saying? So I doubt that we're going to get to the stage where we're going to be fully automated anytime soon, in the next 10, 20 years or 30 years. I doubt it. But I might be wrong, but for me, I think that I wouldn't, if I was a passenger, I wouldn't want to get into an aircraft that is not operated by a human being inside the actual aircraft. So yeah, it's a very tricky question. So I'd say no, both no, yes and no. No, because I wouldn't want to be on an aircraft that's not operated by a person that's on board. And yes, because we are evolving so much that there is so much that technology can do for us that we haven't been aware of yet, or have been but then haven't implemented it in the public space as yet. So yeah, I hope I answered you on that one. And then assumptions. Let me get into the assumptions tag. So guys, people assume that females can't fly planes. I don't understand why you guys assume that we can't fly planes, but it's okay, like hush up. It's fine if we can't, if you think we can't. But honey, I can guarantee you 100% we fly better than most of the people around us. Females fly better. I always say this and I will stick to it. Females fly better and females can fly planes, okay? It's not like building, I don't know what, but females can also build something. So it's very off. And flying is easy. Flying is not easy. Flying is not easy at all. There's a lot that goes into flying. You need to be focused. You need to know your stuff. Totally know your stuff. And then females are emotional, and that will probably lead to them crushing. Tell me, we are emotional people, but we know how to put our feelings aside. If I'm at work, I'm going to deal with every problem that I have to deal with after work or after training or after whatever that I'm doing at the time. You know what I'm saying? So yes, we are very emotional beings. Well, not me, not quite, but mostly the people I know are very emotional human beings. So it won't really affect it won't really affect our work ethic because of our emotions. We know how to control ourselves, guys. Please don't. And then when you're a pilot, whether student pilot or private pilot or whatever, people assume that you are living lavish, and it's not like that. Chomi arena chele yo. It's 10,000 per subscriber. Like, Chomi, we don't have money. All the money we have goes towards our training, honestly. Like, I don't know why people always think that because you're a pilot now you are living at large. We are not. Like, we are struggling. We are struggling students, literally. So please, get that out your head. We don't have money to live lavish lives, guys. We are still in training. We are still students. We are so fit. you need to be an A student to become a pilot. No, you don't need to be an A student to become a pilot. You just need to work very hard and know your work and know your stuff. You don't need to have 100% for mathematics and 100% for English or physics or whatever to enroll into a flight school. You don't, honestly. You don't need to be top 10 from grade 8 to grade 10 to become a pilot. It's not like that. And also you can start flying at 16, so you can imagine what I mean by what I just said. When you are a pilot, people assume that their flights are free. And it happens all the time. Oh, what do you do? I'm a pilot. Oh, so I'm gonna fly for free. Friend, excuse me. Like, what do you mean? Show me? Like, it's like saying that, oh, you work at a bank, I'm gonna get free money. No, guys, I work for that company. As much as maybe I'd have an airline at some point, or aircraft, or whatever the story might be, maybe that's a different story. But if I work for an airline, I can't just hand out free flights or free flight tickets. Yes, maybe out of courtesy I can buy you a flight ticket, you know, to wherever, you know, if I hold you close to my heart, honey. But other than that, no. Flight training goes according to years, guys. Flight training doesn't go according to which year you're on, or 3 years or 4 years. Flight training goes according to hours. You know, how many hours are you on, how many exams have you written. You know, you can get a PPL in 4 or 5 months. You know what I'm saying? You can get a PPL in 2 years. You know, it's up to you, it's up to your finances and how quick you take how long you take to adjust to the flying, and you know how quick you pass your exams, because that 75% ain't no joke, honey. The pass rate is not a joke. And that we start flying the aircraft after writing a couple of exams. No, guys, we don't attend class and start writing exams and, you know, go through whatever and whatever. Yes, we do have briefings before you fly, sorry. We do have briefings and all of that, and that's that, you know. We have briefings before every different exercise that you're going to do, and that is the class I'd say you attend. And then the exams you write are theory based, and I think they apply to your training in different stages. So it doesn't mean that I'm going to write if you want to, you can, trust me. But it doesn't mean I have to write all of my exams if I can start flying an aircraft. Dude, the first day I got to school, I got into an aircraft. You know, I did a briefing for 2 hours. Then after that, I went to go fly. The first day I got to school. So that's just how it is, you know. And yeah, guys, being a pilot is so fun. Like, guys, please do it. It's very amazing, and there's so many different schools you can choose, you know. I fly at Lanseria Flight Center at Grand Central in Midrand. And yeah, thank you so much for the questions, lovies. Thank you so much for some of the assumptions that I got from my co-pilots. And yeah, I think that is all I have to say today.